Hey folks, I still haven't cleaned the lens, so there'll probably be dust spots on it. So I got my whatever I'm trying to say, got my new batteries yesterday. Hit the 2-pack. Then I'm going to put the Monster's batteries back in the Monster today. And phone's ringing, I'll be right back. Okay, that was weird. So I got a phone call. I'm still waiting for this lady to call about the Fortress. If I don't hear from her, I'm going to stop in today, because she should have called yesterday. But got the call, and yeah, it's from North Huron, so I'm thinking, okay, it might be her. I went to answer it, and it hung up. So I tried to call it back. It says the number you tried to call is not assigned. So maybe it was a scam, I don't know. But anyways, I'm going to put the Monster's batteries back in the Monster. I'm going to be driving it today. And the reason for that is because I went out yesterday. I couldn't put the new batteries in just yet because I forgot to plug in the charger the day before. So the Monster's batteries weren't fully charged, and I wanted to have them fully charged before I put them back in. Yeah, so... So I went to the post office, and I went to McDonald's, and just as I got to McDonald's, I got my first flat tire. And I don't feel like changing that at this very moment, so I'm going to put the Monster's batteries back in the Monster. I'm going to take the Monster out today, and I will deal with the flat tire when I get back. Yeah, I don't want to be having that kind of problem. So, I'm not 100% sure exactly what I wanted to talk about today. I don't know if these are charged or not. I haven't checked or anything, but I don't know. But it's a good thing they're sealed batteries, because the box that came in was upside down. The batteries were upside down. Well, the box is right side up. The batteries were upside down in the box. Yeah, so it's a good thing they don't leak. But I don't know if they're charged or not. Tomorrow's the 24-degree day I was talking about. There might be rain, but I'm hoping not. So I want to make sure these are charged up before then, so I'm going to charge these overnight. So I'm not used today. Well, I might test it just to make sure the batteries work okay. But I got to go out, I got to do some shopping, and I'm going to use the Monster for that today. Hey. So I have a bit of a problem. Changed my front tire. Relatively painless. So I couldn't find anything sticking in the tire, so I put air in the tube. The tube was folded, and right in that fold there's a little hole right in there. So that's what caused that. Now, the problem that I have is I got the new batteries inside, but when I put this cover on, I realized I can't reach the switch for my camera's power supply. I had to bring it out through the hole here. The switch is inside here, so it's got to be on all the time. It's got to be powered, so I'll always be draining the battery. So I got to remember once I get the Monster going again to keep charging these batteries every once in a while, just to keep them from dying. Minor problem, but it's still a problem. At some point in time, maybe I'll put a switch up here further, or maybe even on the back. I don't know. I just don't know. But while I went out with the Monster, I had the Celebrity on the charger. I turned it on, and it charged for a whopping 3.864321 seconds and shut off. So apparently the batteries were fully charged when I got them, which is cool. I'm going to go for a tour on it now. And these tires, the tubes don't stretch quite as much as the Monsters do. Or I should say as they do on the Monster. They're pretty much the same tube. Same size, just different diameter. Like wheel diameter. The diameter of the tube itself is pretty much the same. so they don't stretch as much. So I'm going to try to use my super glue and glue that hole closed, like I used to do with my bike tires. That might work on the Monster. The front tires aren't quite as wide as the back tires, so it's possible I can reuse damaged tubes on the front just by doing that, by super gluing the hole, because they won't stretch quite as much. I don't know, even on the back. Even in the back, that might work. I still can't patch them, because the patch will keep them from... that particular area will stretch more. I've talked about that already. But if I super glue the hole itself shut, that shouldn't actually be much of a problem. So I'm going to try that. $25 a tube now, right? So that's crazy. So I'm going to switch the camera from the Monster over to the Celebrity, and I'm going to go back out for another tour. A longer tour this time, I think. It's really warmed up. I'm sweating like crazy now. I had to take my sweater off. It said 14 degrees when I first came out, and it wasn't 14 degrees. So, I was sweating pretty good, just taking the Monster's batteries off the Celebrity and putting it back in here. Oh my goodness. It's supposed to be 24 tomorrow, so I want to make sure this is working properly before I go in the house today. Wow. Okay, let's go for another tour. Hey, I got one final message for the day. So I just did a full tour, and it's still reading full charge. So I wasn't sure what to expect, because 35 amp hour batteries. I've never had batteries that small. There it is. So I got one thing left to do. Is the lady still hasn't called about the Fortress yet. So I got the Fortress charger. I have never used it. I don't know yet if it works. And the Monster's still charging, so I'm going to... It's getting pretty squishy in here right now. So I am going to hook up the Fortress charger. I can get everything untangled here. Holy smokes. There we go. Oh, you caught on. Oh my goodness. Hook up the Fortress charger to the Celebrity. Make sure it works before I give it to the lady. On my cord here. Bear with me here for a second. I need 3 hands. I gotta set the camera down for a second. The prongs are squished together. There we go. And it is charging. Awesome. Okay, so that works. So that was going to be my backup charger. I don't know. That's the same. I don't know if it's the exact same, but it's the same type of charger that the dealer gave me for the Monster. It won't work on the Monster. It goes into error instantly, and it was brand new. So I can't use that kind of charger with the Monster. I still have the Monster charger. It works occasionally. But even if it's just sitting on the shelf, plugged in, it'll go into error mode at random. You know, I had no idea what's going on with that. But it's not reliable. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it'll start working and then I come back and it's in error mode. I don't know if it's charged or not, and it's just crazy. So, but everything's looking good here. That's still charging. Monster's still charging. Once the monster's charged, then I'm gonna clean this area up and push it back there so it's out of the way. And I'll just throw the charger on it now and then. And hopefully I get my parts soon. And once I get my parts, I can start working on the monster. Yay. It needs so much work. Okay, well, that's all I got for this video.